Hello, my viewers. Welcome. This is Christine with the Lifestyle Tips Show. I want to welcome all those who are joining me for the first time, and for those that are joining me for the 21st episode. I want to welcome you back. Thank you for tuning in. As usual, I'm going to be talking about some tips that I find are useful to me, but might also be useful to you. And being the new year, as we all know, it's 2017. Um, we get into the new year with a lot of excitement. Some of us are looking forward to new things happening. Some of us are looking forward to making changes, including making resolutions. Some of them have to do with money. Others have to do with changing our health habits, or we want to move on to a new career. So many changes. But the most common thing that I think we're all looking forward to when it comes to the new year is that new year, new beginnings, and at times we make resolutions. Now, coming to New Year's resolution, I'm sure some of you have made different. There are certain things you probably didn't do last year that you feel you wanna do this year, and you you've maybe been trying to do the same thing every new year. Just like me, I promised myself I'm going to do this next year or the new coming year, and sometimes it's hard to follow through. But among all the many things that we want to see making changes to, include our health, as I said. We want to live a better health, and want to pick up better health lifestyle. Some of us just want to, we want to improve our finances, right? You want to have a better financial situation. I probably want to make more money, or looking for a job to make more money. Some of us are thinking, I want to make some savings. I want to start saving this year, or I want to make more savings this year. So for today's topic, we're going to be talking about just that: saving money. It's not easy to save money, especially when you have so many expenses going. But today's tip is just to help us on how to save money. So I hope you're ready. I hope you're comfortable. Let's roll. Okay, so my tips are coming from this magazine here. It's called the Money Magazine. And now, for those who would like to get a copy of this, you can go online and see how you can get yourself a copy, or you can go to the store. Some stores there, some stores might carry it, I'm not sure, but just go online and find out more details about it. It has some tips that talk about finances, including money, including saving and all that. But for today's topic, I'm going to be sharing tips on how to save, how we can, ways that can assist us to save, and why it's important for us to save. Okay, so before I go into the details, or before I go into the tips, I'm going to briefly read about the topic. So let's get comfortable. Let's go. Okay, it's tough to save money. Everything we buy is for a reason. We often convince ourselves that it's a necessary expense that can't be eliminated or compromised. But there are ways to cut costs, or at least become aware of our spending habits, so that we can make some changes either now or in the future. Here are 5 steps to take uh, to help us make savings. Okay, so number 1, track your expenses, and let's find out how we can do that. Tracking what you buy and how much you spend is even more important today than we often don't, uh, because we don't often carry cash in our wallets. Write checks or balance a checkbook anymore. Put your expenses into a spreadsheet or use an online expense tracker that banks and accounting software makers provide. You don't have to do it forever. As long as you have a good understanding, you don't have to do it on a daily you don't have to do it on a daily or weekly basis, says CIBC's Tracy McLennan. Okay, so here we go, guys. Number 1 tip, and I'm just briefly gonna chat about it. It's trying to track. I know it's not easy trying to track every penny that you spend, but I know I personally have a weakness trying to track what money I've spent, and I even have I'm not very good at that. So I'm trying this year. I'm trying to see how I can get better with tracking how much I spent, and hopefully that will help me. I think when you track and realize how much you're spending, that sometimes it's hard to believe. Oh my God! But I like this tip because again, you get a better understanding of what you're saving spending. Number two, say yes to cash. Don't don't want to keep tracking uh, don't want to keep track of your habits, switch to cash. Take out a sum of money at the beginning of each week and promise yourself that it will be your only spending money, says Jonathan River of Edward Jones. Okay, so if you're just like me and you have you have difficulty keeping track of how much you're spending, then you want to keep cash. Just keep cash. Uh, Probably, maybe depending on your spending habits, maybe have $100 and only spend that in a week, or have $200, but keep it in cash so that you can easily track. You're gonna know because you have the cash with you. You're gonna know how much you've spent and how much you're left with. Okay, number three, will yourself to save. If you have extra cash, resist the urge to spend it on a night out or shopping. Even a couple of $100 can go a long way once it's invested, says River. Now, it's sometimes when we have some extra cash, we wanna you wanna run to the stores. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes if I happen to have, I mean, I hardly have any extra cash, but if I have to happen any extra cash, then sometimes you're thinking of how to spend it, right? But given my understanding here is that whatever extra cash you have, avoid spending it and save it. All right. Number three, cut a vice. Okay, let me read some more about that. Maybe that a pint that after work with the lads, or a quick smoke with the ladies outside at lunch, is a necessary stress relieving break. But maybe it's just an expensive habit that needs to be broken. A few cigarettes per day can set you back to $520 per year. A pack a day costs a pack a day costs $3,650. Okay, so again, this is self-explanatory. I mean, we have our small habits that are difficult for us to break, that we spend money on. It could be cigarettes, it could be coffee, it could be a donut, or it could be. We all know we know our own personal habits that we spend money on that we shouldn't be. Probably we could, if we save that money, that could make a big difference. So if you're just like me, you want to cut down. I know I like to go out get some coffee, but uh, based on whatever habit you have, you can save yourself some money if you stop that habit and put that money in the bank. Number five, little things add up, and let's find out how. We all have regular bills to pay that can't be tinkered with too much. Mortgage payments, property taxes, car loans, and all the like. But you can make a difference in other ways. For example, commit to making at least one meal at home. Having breakfast and coffee at home saves at least $5 a day. Even more if you're buying from Starbucks. For those who buy from Starbucks, you know what the cost is there. That easily adds up to more than $1,200 a year. Okay, so again, going back to those little things that we spend money on. I mean, there are certain things you cannot avoid, like mortgages, bills. You can't avoid the expenses on that. But for little things like coffee, donuts, whatever things that you spend money on, even lunch, making time to make one lunch at home is gonna save you some of that money that you use to buy lunch, either from when you're at work, either from any one of those fast food restaurants. And lastly, number six, check for no free banking options. Many banks have options to switch to no-fee bank account, which may mean a few less conveniences, but it's an easy switch to save and could result in saving an additional $10 to $15 a month. Now, this I find this is really a neat tip. I mean, I most of the I know I've been using the same bank, but I wasn't aware that there are certain that the banks have some no fee accounts there. This is something I may consider looking at. So you want to check with your bank if your bank has an account that has no fees, and I'm sure there are certain benefits that may not come with that account, but find out from your bank if they have that account, and if it works in your best interest, why not switch to that? I may have to find out about my bank and see how that all works out. Okay, so those have been the 5 tips, my viewers. I'm gonna sum them up real quick for you, just in case you wanna follow through, if you wanna share them with some friends. Okay, number 1, track your expenses. Number 2, say yes to cash. Number 3, will yourself to save. Number 4, cut a vice, which means cut the some habits, spending habits on things that you don't really need to spend on. Number 5, little things add up. And number 6, check for no fee banking accounting options. All right. So I hope you find these tips helpful. This is, again, I've learned something here today, and hopefully this makes me change my financial situation throughout the year. It's been a pleasure once again to share these tips with you. Now, if you have any tips that relate to topic that you would like to share in our comment box, please feel free to do so. But other than that, I think that's it. I've been your host, Christine. Please don't forget to join us for the next video. And please don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. Most important, don't forget to subscribe. All right. Cheers and bye for now.